All right, here's a question for you. Myth or fact? If you teach a child multiple languages when they're young, they won't be able to speak any of it properly when they're older.
And do we even need to learn multiple languages anymore if we have AI like ChatGPT that can translate everything for us? So what's the real benefit?
Plus, do you guys know which country has the most languages in the world? It's probably not what you think. All of that and more today on our show.
I'm Anita.
And I'm Fenmore.
And we're coming to you from Sky High, an English academy in Antananarivo, Madagascar.
That's right. And for today's episode, we're going to talk about being bilingual or multilingual. And we'll also talk about how AI translation is going to change the world and maybe our brains. It's going to be a really interesting conversation. So stick around. So Anita, can I ask you, would you consider yourself multilingual?
That's my mother tongue count.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah. So I'm multilingual.
Okay, so what are your at least 3 languages?
English, yes. French, Malagasy, Tagalog.
Tagalog. Yeah, that's right. We're going to get into that because that's super
Okay.
interesting. And what about you, Fenmore? Well, thank you, Anita. For me, I think I am really good at just English. And everything else is survivability.
Oh.
So I would say maybe I'm multilingual.
Somehow.
Yeah, just a little bit like English, Malagasy, and Spanish. And I can survive on French. If you threw me
Okay.
at the French people,
Yeah.
just throw me at them. Like,
Bonjour, bonjour.
yeah, bonjour, bonjour, ça va, ça va. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? Non? Pourquoi pas? Okay, talking about speaking multiple languages. Do you guys know who speaks the most languages in the world? We had to look this up because obviously we didn't know either.
Yeah, and it's really interesting.
Yeah, who's this guy, Anita?
So that title officially belongs to, I hope I don't pronounce it wrong, Ziad Faza.
Yeah.
He was born in Liberia, raised in Beirut. He claims to speak 58 languages, like really wow. And he even holds the Guinness World Record for it. But here's the thing. When he was tested on Spanish TV, some people kind of questioned how well he actually spoke some of those languages.
Right.
So I don't really know.
Kind of sketchy. Kind
Yeah.
of sketchy. But he's not the person who has claimed to speak the most languages in history. He's just the one, I guess, that we've recorded in modern times. But here's a list of insane language learners in the past. We have this guy called Cardinal Giuseppe Mezzofanti. In the 1700s, apparently he spoke 38 languages and 40 dialects, right? You've got Al-Farabi, a 10th century scholar, was said to know 70 languages.
Wow.
I know, crazy. Hans Conan von der Gabelentz, Gabelentz, not quite sure. In the 1800s, this man was, and he studied and wrote grammars for 80 languages. Right?
Wow.
I can't even write like grammar for English. Like
I know, right?
the person who takes the cake for apparently speaking the most languages is this guy called Sir John Bowring.
Boring.
Wait, definitely not boring. Bowring. Maybe Bowring or boring?
Bowring.
Bow. I think it's Bowring.
Whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. But his language learning is definitely not boring. Governor of Hong Kong claimed to know, and this was in the 1800s, he claimed to know 200 languages
Wow. Like, wow.
and speak 100. Yeah.
That's wild.
That's wild. Obviously, we can't really verify these because these people are dead.
Yeah.
But it's still crazy. Speaking even
really
like
wild.
50 languages, like Ziad Faza, that's crazy.
Well, even just 5.
I've had this goal of learning at least 7 languages
Oh.
properly. But every time I go to like master one language, it's
You
like
can still do it.
yeah. No, I can. I will.
Yeah.
I will. If you could learn like maybe a few more languages, what would they be for you?
Well, I already went for Spanish. I
You
love
went for it?
and I kind of stopped because I didn't have anyone to practice it with. So,
Oh, we can practice. Yeah.
yeah.
Vamos practicar español, sí.
Not yet now.
Okay.
I also learned Korean, Japanese. Yeah.
You want to or you have?
I
Little.
learned a little.
Ah,
Yes.
okay, interesting.
Yeah,
I've
and I
also learned
loved
a
it.
little bit of Japanese.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
So senpai.
Oh, all right.
Let's just
There's like this beeping sound because Our generator's about to die.
Yeah.
Okay, we had to turn off our generator because it's beeping so loudly. Let's talk a little bit about here in Madagascar. So you've lived here longer than I have, obviously.
I guess.
What are the official languages here?
Here in Madagascar.
Yeah.
So here they speak Malagasy, that's the native language, and they use French. That is like our the main language for instruction, you know.
For teaching?
Yes, French.
French. But there are schools that just teach in Malagasy, right? Mainly Malagasy.
Yeah, but still it's always kind of mixed with French
Mixed with
somehow.
French?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what about English? I know it's
So-
getting more popular, but
It is. English is becoming more common here in Madagascar, but still in schools, French is still the main language for instruction. Like
Right.
English just additional, you know, extra.
extra.
Yeah.
Right. But I think people are waking up to the fact that English is a lot more important
It is.
in a way.
Yeah, but I can see that when we're talking about computer science specifically, they always mix it with English. You have
Okay.
to always have the basic English.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's important for specific jobs. But I guess French is more important in Madagascar.
In Madagascar.
Yeah, for sure. It's really important to learn French. What about the Philippines? What languages were you speaking there?
So in the Philippines, English is really widely used alongside Filipino, which is the main language there.
Right.
And yeah.
Do you guys call it Filipino?
So Filipino is actually derived from Tagalog.
Okay.
Yes, like if we say Merna in Malagasy, it's like the Filipino.
Oh.
Then Merna. Yeah.
Oh, so that's the equivalent.
Yes, that's the equivalent.
Okay,
Yeah.
but Tagalog is a language.
It's a language.
Right, okay.
And depending on where you are, some people can also speak Cebuano, Ilocano. Yeah, there are
Right.
lots of them.
Lots of. Is it like a dialect or like this very specific different language?
They call it more of like a language, actually, more than a dialect.
All right. So if someone speaks Cebuano and someone else speaks Tagalog, are they mutually intelligible or like you can't understand each other at all? Or like 50?
Not really.
Not really. Okay, so it's like a
with-
different.
Like for my own experience, I don't really understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So it's a little different.
I only speak Filipino Tagalog. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. I would say in Canada, Canada obviously has two official languages, English and French. But I think people don't know a lot about Canada. I realize, like when you go out of Canada, like people don't know about Canada. Though we have two official languages, not every province speaks it fluently, or we could say not every province is bilingual, right? You have Quebec, which is very bilingual, but also there's parts of Quebec where they only actually speak French. Yeah.
Purely French.
But like in the city like Montreal, they speak French and English pretty fluently. But I'm from British Columbia, which is the West Coast, best coast. And
Sure.
we speak mainly just English. Yeah. There's still like French immersion schools where the kids just learn in French. But it's rare. It's not the norm. Not the norm at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually learned Canadian French.
Where?
High school.
You learn Canadian French.
Yes. I learned in an American school and they taught specifically Canadian French. I'm not really sure what's the
Do
difference.
they do it
but
with a Quebecois accent as well? Comment ça va?
Kinda.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It was at that time it was easier for me to understand because they don't speak as quick as French people.
Ah,
Yeah, so yeah, like that.
Interesting.
Comment ça va? Like it's really heavy.
Yeah, no, you gotta do that. Comment ça va? Comment. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess we should mention also people mainly, when we talk about Canada, people mainly think about the US. And they mix the two sometimes.
Like-
Not Canada and the US, but people outside of Canada and the US mix the two countries a lot.
Like they're just one or
Yeah, they think they're pretty much the same country, which they are not.
Not
right?
at all.
We have very similar accents, but the vibe is very different. It's very different. In the U.S., English is just the main language, but obviously there are a lot of different languages in the U.S. and Spanish now. A lot of people are vying for it to become an official second language. Especially like in California, when I went to LA, if you go to Los Angeles, a lot of the stores, if you go to the stores, all the signs will be in English and Spanish.
Spanish.
Yeah.
Okay, not Chinese.
No.
Okay.
That'll be in Vancouver or Hongkouver, as we call it sometimes.
Oh.
Yeah, there's parts of Vancouver where it's just like there's Mandarin.
Oh.
You just see it everywhere as well.
Nice.
So yeah. Okay, so we mentioned that the U.S. has a lot of different languages, and we're gonna play a little game here. And my guinea pig is gonna be Anita. I didn't give her the answers to these questions, so I'm gonna see how
I'm
well
scared.
you do here.
I don't want to look dumb right here. So guys, if I make a mistake, forgive me for that.
That's okay. Well, obviously, you don't have to know all of it.
Well, yeah.
Okay. I'll give you hints as well. All right.
All right.
All right. So the question is, can you name the top 10 countries with the most languages in the world? So not the official languages, but languages that are in the country that have been recognized. Yeah.
So US is already one.
That's number 5. That's right.
Okay. Canada.
No.
It's not in the list.
No.
Top 10.
No.
Oh gosh. All right. Where else?
Think in terms of population, because the more people there are, the
The
more
more
languages they might have.
India.
Yes, that's number 4.
Oh, okay.
They have. I should tell you. The United States has 328 languages spoken there.
Okay.
India has 456 languages.
Wow. So China counts as well?
China's number 7. They have
Okay.
309 languages.
What's number 1 then?
I don't think you'll guess number 1, but yeah.
For real? You're talking about population as well. Okay, give me a clue.
Okay, I'll give you a clue. All right. 2 of these places are in Africa, and one of them is an economic powerhouse.
Okay. What is it? Nigeria?
That's right. Number 3.
Okay.
There's 517 languages spoken in
Wow,
Nigeria.
I'm actually surprised.
Yeah.
And another one's still from Africa. It's not South Africa. No.
No, it's not.
Oh.
So this is really bad. Okay, what do you use to take pictures?
A camera?
Uh-huh.
Cameroon?
Yeah. Cameroon. Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, number 9
Wow.
with 274 languages.
How would I know?
You wouldn't. You don't know. Okay, another one. This one is in North America.
It's in North America.
There's only 3 countries in North America.
Wait.
What are the 3 countries in North America?
North, you're saying.
Yeah, so we have the U.S.
Yeah.
On top of the U.S. is...
Yeah, I said Canada
But
earlier,
no,
but it's
the other
not
one.
Canada. Exactly. What's the other one?
They speak Spanish. Tacos.
Mexico?
Yeah, Mexico.
Oh,
Mexico. You know what's funny? A lot of people outside of North America don't realize that Mexico is part of North America.
that's why I didn't guess that.
Yeah. It's an
Oh.
interesting fact. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that.
Okay.
So the 3 countries of North America are Canada, the U.S., and Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah.
Guys, you need to know.
Yeah.
If you already knew that, good job.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So let's figure out the rest of these. Number 1 is really hard. I don't think you'll get that one. But number 10, it's in South. This one's in South America. It's the biggest country in South America.
Brazil.
That's right. They speak 221 languages there. The other one, number 6, is the only island continent in the world.
Island continent, Australia.
Australia. That's right. They
Oh.
speak 312 languages.
I was
there.
gonna say that. I forgot to.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Number 2 is interesting. It is a island archipelago. How do you even say that word?
Archipelago.
Archipelago? Is that how you say that one? I always stumble over that word.
guess.
But yeah, it's like multiple island chains. But it's a really huge country. But it's near near the Philippines.
Near the Philippines. Archipelago. Oh. Indonesia?
That's right. Yeah.
Oh.
So they speak 711 languages there, and they're number two, right? So the number
Wow.
one. This
Wait,
is
don't say it. Give me a clue again.
oh, okay. This is so hard. I'll give you the syllables. So it's
No way I'll guess how it's syllables.
okay. What's the opposite of like mama?
Papa. Papua New Guinea.
That's right, Papua New Guinea. Papua New Guinea.
Wow.
And can you guess how many languages they speak there?
How many was the second one again?
711.
700 something. 1,000?
A
Plus?
bit lower.
Oh, probably 900?
Lower.
800?
You're making this, yeah, 800. You're making them sound less and less impressive. There's 840 languages in Papua New Guinea. Yeah, that's more than the entire continent of Europe combined.
Wow. And how big is the population of Papua New Guinea? I think they're quite
8.8
small.
million. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're insanely small. So it's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, now it's time for myth or fact, where we're gonna give you guys a statement, and let's see if you can tell whether it's a myth or fact about multilingualism or bilingualism. All right, so
Okay.
Anita, go for it. First one.
All right. Myth or fact. Number 1, learning multiple languages confuses children and causes language delays. It's actually a myth. Research indicates that children exposed to more than one language from an early age follow the same developmental patterns as monolingual children, and they often achieve language milestones such as first words and sentences within the typical age range. And also, a big plus, bilingual children may develop enhanced cognitive abilities. That includes improved problem-solving skills and mental flexibility. Kids who grew up bilingual reach speech milestones at the same time as monolingual kids. And they might mix words at first, but that's normal. And they might get an advantage in brain power in the future.
Myth or fact number 2, bilingual individuals usually have equal proficiency in both languages. What do you guys think? It is a myth. That is a myth. It's common for bilinguals to have varying levels of proficiency in their languages, often depending on context and usage. So, for example, a person
normal.
might use one language at home and then one language at work. So, obviously, their skills in different aspects of their languages is going to be different. Right?
Yeah.
They're going to be a little different. And I mean, I think we can attest to that. Just we have
Exactly.
different strengths. Yeah.
Yes.
For example, I can swear really good in Malagasy, but I cannot lead any sort of official discussions. So, TLDR, myth. Most bilingual people use the languages for different things. They might be better at one language at work and another at home. It depends on how they're using the languages. But it does not mean they're worse in one or the other. They have different strengths. Yeah.
Okay. Next, myth or fact. Number 3, bilingualism helps to delay cognitive decline. So, guys, da-da-da-da-da-dun,
It is a,
fact.
which is great.
All right.
Yeah.
A growing body of evidence indicates that bilingualism may contribute to cognitive reserve. And notably, several studies have reported a delay of approximately 4 to 5 years in the onset of dementia symptoms, including Alzheimer's disease in bilinguals compared to monolinguals. So, brain imaging studies have found that bilingual individuals often show preserved hippocampal volume, a region critical for memory, even in the face of neurodegenerative changes. Fact. So, studies show that bilingual people delay dementia symptoms by 4 to 5 years compared to monolinguals.
That's really great news for us.
Yes.
Really bad news for everyone else who doesn't speak more than one language.
It's not too late to study,
Yeah.
guys.
So, but that's where the question of AI comes in real quick, because AI can translate a lot of things for us now, right?
Yeah,
it's
right.
pretty good. It's pretty good, especially for the better known languages, the more used languages. It's really good at translating.
Yeah, it's becoming more and more accurate, actually.
So accurate, and it gets the right tone. Like before, it used to like not understand the tone, but now it
Exactly.
understands the tone of the language,
Yeah.
which is crazy. And so I think that might be a detriment to us if we get really lazy and people don't learn languages.
And we are getting more and more lazy.
That is very true. So I think that's where it's a good conversation to have. Like, why is it still important to learn other languages? Because it really does help your brain, basically. And also, it'll help you like connect authentically with people, I think. Don't you
Like,
think?
you don't have to use your phone to be able to communicate.
Yeah.
That's totally different.
Totally different. But I'm assuming in the near future, we will have devices in our ears that will just
Of
like
course.
translate everything. But I still think learning a language and knowing it intrinsically is such a great benefit. Yeah.
It is.
Such a great benefit.
Yes.
All right. So let's keep going. Myth or fact? Children must learn one language thoroughly before starting another.
Probably.
And you know, a lot of people believe this. Some people I know were saying this, but it is a myth. Children are capable of learning multiple languages simultaneously, right? Without detriment. So that means that they can pick up French, English, Malagasy, Korean, right? All at the same time.
But probably they don't recognize yet that this is French, they just pick up
They just
everything.
pick it up, but they
Yeah.
will still have it in their brain. Like we are wired to learn English. We are wired to learn languages. So early exposure to various languages can lead to native-like proficiency and does not interfere with the development of any particular language. Okay, TLDR, kids can learn multiple languages at the same time without a problem.
Oh, yes. I'm going to
Yeah.
teach my children that.
No, if my
Amen.
kids don't know how to speak 4 languages by the time they're 5, they're disowned. Bye.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you even do that yourself?
No. But if our kids can be better than us, then what's the point of them? I'm joking.
Yeah, right.
That's a bit harsh. That's harsh.
All right. Myth or fact number 5. So, being bilingual leads to enhanced executive control and cognitive flexibility. Yes, guys, it's a fact. So, many studies have found that managing 2 or more languages can actually bolster executive functions.
Right. And just real quick, an executive function in your brain is that part of your brain that deals with problem solving, with planning,
Yeah.
with focus and memory.
Yeah, so it's something like attention, inhibition, task switching,
Yes,
all of
exactly.
those. And some research suggests that these cognitive advantages might even accumulate over a lifetime.
That's right.
Fact. Switching between languages strengthens executive function, which helps with focus, problem solving, and memory.
So many great benefits to learning languages. Last one, myth or fact number 6. Being bilingual makes you cooler.
Is that even questionable?
You know what I'm saying? It is a fact, right? It is so hard to tell kids, especially when even when we were kids.
Yeah.
We didn't get it that like learning another language will make us so much cooler when we're older, right?
I know.
People don't get like it's hard to like transfer that idea to a child like
It's just like,
listen.
okay, good for you. You learn a language and that's it.
Yeah. But also important to note that being bilingual doesn't make you a better person, right? Than someone else. Because the only reason I say that is because I've met a couple people, not some, but a
Yes.
couple people who they speak multiple languages and they really love to flaunt it. Like, je parle français, je parle espagnol, and like they just throw the language into a context where other people don't speak the language, and I'm like, you didn't need to do that. That I mean,
I feel you.
that's just me. That's just me.
Yes.
That's just me. All right, let's wrap this up. We've been talking for way too long. This has gone so long. I have so much to edit now. Oh my word.
Yeah, all the best to you.
It's all up to me. All right. Make sure to follow us on all our socials on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. We're Can Convo, in association with Sky High here in Madagascar.
Tell us, what's your experience with speaking multiple languages? Is it hard, fun? Oh, let us know in the comments down below.
I think younger people are. I think younger people. Okay. Sorry.
already.
Okay, I said I think young people are learning more languages nowadays because of the internet for sure.
Yes.
Even with AI.
Even with just Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook,
You
making
know.
friends around the world. So I'm sure most of you speak at least 1.5 languages. So let us
One
know.
and a half.
Yeah,
Let's make it 2.
yeah. And we'll see you next time for our next Can Combo.
Yes. Thank you for watching.